Caught me off guard, buddy.
I mean, you should understand that we're about to start.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got a phenomenal show for you here on episode number 61.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are the Funky Panther! Oh, how sweet it is. Oh, how sweet it is.
Sweet it is
To be inside of you.
What?
No,
That's
no?
not how the song goes.
Okay,
I could
sorry.
be wrong. I don't think that's how the song goes.
Hey, Stark, how you doing? Glad, Arthur's doing great, man. Really, really glad. It's really good stuff.
So, man, it's been a couple of weeks.
Has been.
Yeah, it's funny. We took off because of some things that we were going to go do, and we really actually didn't have to take off that day.
No, not really.
Kind of a waste. That wasn't a waste.
No.
It was fun. We had a fun time.
It was a crazy couple of weeks, regardless.
Chad, do you want to fill everybody in on what we did?
Yeah. Well, let me take it back a step because I was out of town 2 weekends ago, right? And so I went to Utah, Salt Lake City specifically, but a lot of the state of Utah. A couple of weekends ago, it's kind of like the birthday trip, right? Post-birthday
right.
trip.
You do this every year.
Yeah, try to go somewhere new. A lot of times it's a national park, but we went to Zion National Park and we went to Bryce Canyon National Park. Both absolutely beautiful. I mean, hopefully you saw the pictures on my Insta, Go Chad Go. But had a really cool time. Actually, I had a few Utah factoids for you both.
All right. Just get it out there.
Okay.
Get
You
it
wanna-
out.
you wanna go through
This,
them?
and you already had a plan.
Okay.
This is not a scripted show.
Okay. Percentage-wise, what's the percentage of Mormons in Utah?
69%.
I'm going to say 72.
He's actually close with the 69.
Hey.
But it's 62. 62% of all of the state of Utah.
Well, if we were playing Price is Right, we both would have lost.
Right, but we're not. So, how many national parks are in the state of Utah?
75.
You're really bad at this game. Are you just going to pick was
No,
it the
no,
same number?
Did you say it again?
Hold on. How many national parks?
National parks are in the state of Utah.
Okay, just national parks, not state parks.
3.
Okay, I'm going to I'll go 5.
5 is the correct number.
Fuck.
Man.
Name
And what
them.
do I win? Zion National Park is one of them. I
Yes.
do know that.
Is Park City one of them?
Park
No,
City
that's-
Is Salt Lake City?
Moab.
Salt Lake?
Is Moab a national park?
You've got Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon National
Bryce
Park.
Canyon. Okay.
I knew I forgot something.
Oh my gosh! All right, Arches National Park.
Oh, yeah.
Canyonlands National Park, and then Capitol Reef National Park. They're all very rocky national
Tab
parks.
said 7.
Not Tab.
There's 7.
It's 5. It's 5 according to Chad. Chad's always right. It's 5.
If I'm wrong, I could be wrong.
Hey, Google!
I'm not wrong. It's 5. It's 5. The answer's 5.
I mean, I could look it up.
I just did.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
just trying to give her the benefit of that out. But
Gotcha.
no, it's 5. What is the highest alcohol percent that you can drink a beer
4.
on tap?
We've already talked about this, and so should I go ahead and say it?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you said 5. They upped it to 5%.
They just upped it to 5.
Yeah,
It
'cause-
was 4?
Right, because when we were there years back, it was 4%.
Funny thing about that is when we were sitting at that bar, we had a table full of beer bottles, and people were looking at us. And like, why are these people not shit-faced? Because it was all 4% beers.
Oh yeah, we weren't. I mean, we were used to drinking higher percent beers. So yeah, but now it's 5%. So it's more
Cheers,
along
Utah.
the normal lines. Although I did go to a really cool brewery, probably my favorite one there, and I can't even. It was Salt something, whatever. But they didn't have any beers on tap really. They had like one beer on tap of their own. The rest were all like canned and bottled,
so they can do the high. Yeah,
they can serve beers that are like 8-9% because they're not.
I
on
wonder if
tap.
they recently changed that because I remember when we went to Squatters, you could buy their higher percentage beer, but you couldn't consume on premise.
Yeah.
So maybe that changed as well.
I think so.
Okay.
A Saltfire brewery.
Saltfire,
That's what it was. Very good beer. All right. Now let's talk about the Salt Lake itself. The
Oh.
beautiful, non-smelly,
Non-smelly.
Salt Lake. Tab did not like the
We
smell.
don't want to upset the Utahians.
The
Is that what they
Utes.
are?
The Utes.
They know it's
They know it
stinky.
stinks.
Come on, it is a stinky lake. I mean, it's basically death.
Remember the waitress that was like, "Which lake are you going to?" The Salt Lake, and she was like, "Oh,
You're an idiot. Yeah. She thought we were real dumb for going to the lake. Like, it's Salt Lake City. You go to the lake. But no, you don't, apparently. What do you think the maximum depth, not death, depth.
lots of death out there."
There's a lot of depth. There's like dead birds everywhere. The maximum depth of the Great Salt Lake is.
Like the
It's a
stinky one?
huge
The stinky
lake.
one?
Yeah, this huge one.
1 foot.
No, the maximum depth. I mean, we waded out quite a ways to get anywhere near, but I think the maximum depth would probably be maybe, we'll say 1,500 feet.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm thinking pretty deep.
Yeah,
like
no,
out in the
it's
middle.
33.
Really? Oh wow. okay.
33 feet?
This thing is huge.
33,000?
It's the largest lake in the Western Hemisphere, I think.
But it's
something
only
like that.
33
But
feet
it
deep.
only is 33 feet deep.
the
Well,
fuck?
what a fucking letdown.
Okay, let's talk about salinity. That's always a fun topic.
Yeah.
How much percentage of that lake do you
I
think
mean,
is
I
salt?
love talking about salt. How much the percentage wise?
Yeah.
I don't think it's 50%. I would like 35%.
I'm going to say 80%.
It is 27%
Oh, man, look at
salt, but that is about 8 times more salty than the ocean. So it's like 8 times saltier.
I believe it.
Cool. Salt.
That's why
Great.
that's why you float. You can't drown in it.
Okay. I always had a theory why the ocean's so salty because all of the conquistadors and people coming over piss in the ocean. That's why it tastes so salty because it's their piss floating around.
So piss is salty?
Piss is salt. I guess. I don't know. I've never
You
drank
seem
piss.
pretty confident.
I mean, right?
You were just about to go, yeah, it is. Well, I mean, I assume.
Hey, don't kink shame me.
I heard it is.
Okay, so yeah, that was it. So it was I had Utah, and then we were supposed to record last Tuesday for you all, but between like Utah.
Wait a
and
second,
then-
Chad.
Yeah.
And that was Salt Talk. Okay, go ahead.
They all sound the same though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they all sound the same.
All right. And I mean white people. So
You're not wrong.
on Tuesday we were going to record, but between Salt Lake, like getting back the night before, and then we were supposed to leave the day after to go to Tennessee to go to Bonnaroo, it just didn't seem like it made much sense because laundry and schoolwork and all the things that matter. But yeah, then
And as soon as you came back, everything kind of went to shit.
wait, when I came back,
When you came back,
so you said I should just stay out of the
you
state.
should have stayed in Utah. They wouldn't have canceled. The hurricane wouldn't have gone through.
Okay.
We'd still have a festival.
So, in case you haven't heard, Bonnaroo was canceled.
Yeah.
The day before we were supposed to leave, we
Yeah.
get notification that they went in and canceled because the grounds were so waterlogged. And I saw pictures and video, and yeah, that would have really sucked. I don't
There's
think
like
you'd been
ankle deep water.
you wouldn't have been able to park your
not
car.
even water was
yeah.
mud. Like they had tractors out there trying to
Tractors.
take the
Them damn tractors.
goddamn tractors.
Dang tractors.
But yeah, no, it was horrible. I mean, I understand why, but they said. I mean, the weather was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely perfect for Bonnaroo.
Well, Bonnaroo's usually in June.
June, yeah.
And so they had pushed it back because of COVID and everything else. And they were like, I liked what they were doing. They had it where if you had your vaccine card, then
yeah, they were really cautious.
no
with
masks out in the public. But if you're in buildings and stuff like that, you had to wear a mask. And then if you had a COVID test, no vaccine, you had to wear your mask all the time. But they had some rules in place, and so I'm really excited to go see this. And then the day before, it's just like
the literal day before we were going to leave.
it's like if you were a kid and you got you love balloons, and then some man comes up to your balloon that you're holding that you got for your
Brings
birthday
you right in the van. Never lets you have those balloons
What the
again.
fuck?
and just stabs your balloon
And then throws
laughs,
you in the van,
and
like
then
Chad
laughs at
said.
you and
said,
walks
now
away.
You're coming with me.
And walks away.
They're nothing alike.
Yeah,
That's-
it's just such a letdown. It's such a letdown. Or you got your balloon and it floats away, and you're like,
Look,
oh,
I would say that we're
man.
very fortunate, right?
Yeah.
Because we weren't already there. There were some
That's
people
true.
that were already there on Tuesday.
From Canada. Some
camping.
people were, they were. There were a lot of camp stuffs over there.
They were camping. They traveled from all over
Right.
the U.S. and Canada to go and camp. And when they did, they're welcomed by a hurricane.
And we were talking about just canceling our trip altogether. And so I'm on. We went through HomeAway or announced Verbo or whatever. So I went through on there to see like, okay, what's the cancellation policy? Had it happened 2 weeks ago, we knew we were being canceled. It'd been fine, but not for this. So. Yeah, we made the best of it.
We made a trip out of it. We decided we would still go up to Nashville, Tennessee. Our Verbo was down in Brentwood, which is only about 30 minutes outside of town, kind of between Nashville.
The rich part of
Brentwood.
Those houses.
Holy fuck! It's like one of those where you had to either mow the grass or cook the food.
We did
if you were
not
my
belong.
If you were my shade of brown.
Well, even my shade of brown.
You're translucent.
I
Chad.
didn't feel welcome. It was a little too.
That man's wearing Hawaiian shirts. He's not allowed in. Fuck.
Yeah, so we drove up to Nashville. We stopped in Memphis. Stopped at a place called the Barbecue Shop, right?
Yeah, barbecue shop in Memphis.
And they're well known for their barbecue spaghetti.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
What'd y'all think about the barbecue spaghetti?
That shit was bomb. Not to mention the coleslaw was amazing.
I didn't like the coleslaw. I'm not a big fan of
you
sweet
don't like
relish.
It anyway.
I don't like relish. I like coleslaw. No, I love coleslaw.
I don't. And
I just don't like relish.
I relish our friendship.
Thank you.
Aw.
No, I'm lying.
Were you just talking to him? Or?
I wasn't talking on any of y'all.
He's
talking to the whiskey.
Yeah, he's talking to his drink.
You
right
are my
there.
friend, my true friend, my true love. I love you.
So yeah, we had some ribs and some barbecue spaghetti, and it was bomb. It was so good, really really good. And we did like a half rack, the dry rub, and then half
and
wet.
half of their
Because Memphis
wet.
is
We
known
had
for
it
not.
wet.
It wasn't just wet. It was a glaze.
Oh, okay.
Because they had wet where you could just have the barbecue sauce slathered on there, but this was glazed.
Well, I wanted to glaze that fucking barbecue because it was delicious.
It was good.
Those ribs were, glazed with my semen.
Oh, okay.
That didn't even.
Are we
make
gonna
any
bleep that out?
Nope.
Probably. Why don't you even have to bring that up?
I don't know, man.
Just don't. Just don't.
He brought up the cum talk earlier.
What?
No, that was before we were on air, and you just
Circum-
let it go.
circumference.
That's professionalism.
And now back to us talking.
Get me back on!
And Javier was cut off for the rest of the episode. So we went from Memphis, which is about a 7-hour drive here from North Texas, all the way up to Tennessee, which is another 3.5-hour drive or so.
Yeah.
That first night, we didn't really do a whole lot. We've been driving all day, so we just kind of like hung out and drank a couple beers at the Verbo. But the next day, we went to some breweries. We went to Third Man.
Third Man Record, yeah.
Yeah, which is really cool. That whole
Owned
shop,
by Jack White.
That whole shop is done up with Jack White records and albums and stuff with his, because that's his record label.
It's his record label, his record shop. They had a bunch of stuff that was recorded. So the recording studio is right next door. It's in the same building, but you can't access it. So they record there. They have a whole section of live performances they record, and then only like stuff that they've recorded there. And then they've got other random stuff as well, other songs. And it looked like or other bands. It looked like stuff that he's probably curated and that he wants to sell there, like his own like favorites. That's kind of the vibe I got off of that. Plus, he's got all his like guitar pedals and stuff, and you get to try them and play with them, and
And
it
his
was pretty
merch,
cool.
too,
Oh
is
yeah,
really good. A lot of good stuff over there.
So we definitely bought some things while we were there. Tim was dead set on going to the Parthenon, so we did that. What'd you think?
So no reason to go to Greece now.
Right, yeah, that was the only reason you would go to Greece.
Yeah, Crystal says she thought that until she actually went to Greece, but I haven't been to Greece, so I'm
What
gonna
does
still
Crystal
say
know?
like exactly.
What is she, well traveled?
Yeah,
what does she know?
I know she doesn't know anything other than like Egypt and the Great Pyramids and
Europe.
Croatia and Europe and So I mean maybe she knows something. It was really cool, and that whole grounds they had other buildings based off of like kind of like Greek architect that used to be there that's not there anymore. But inside they have a giant Athena statue, and then in Athena's hand is Nike, and
Like the shoe.
yes,
Obviously the shoe.
and Nike. So to put it in perspective, the statue that Athena was holding in her hand
Was 1,000 shoes.
yes was 1,000 shoes over
Nice,
6
nice.
foot 6 feet and 4 inches.
Very
That's how
nice.
big
Cool.
that statue was. So the statue holding it was even bigger.
Yeah, you showed us a picture because we just kind of like hung out outside.
Yeah,
and
we
walked
were out
around.
looking at geese.
'Cause that
Some
park-
kid kicking geese.
That park was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
park was beautiful.
Oh my gosh! So y'all went inside. We just kind of hung outside, but then you showed us the picture of the statue holding the statue.
You're like, what?
I was like, that little statue, 6 foot. That was insane. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The inside they had like a little art gallery, which was really cool. So I got to see some artwork done and different pictures of the grounds, like years and years ago. We're talking like early
Years and
1900s.
years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was really cool.
Yeah.
Jared's saying the real thing's better.
What does he know?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He's also fairly well traveled.
Yeah.
He doesn't know shit.
He's been to
He
Greece.
doesn't know shit about shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he has been, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that story.
So
Would you say Jared doesn't know shit about fuck?
yeah, but he said he peed there, so that's important, I guess, to note. So what else did we do that day? I think that pretty much wrapped up that day. Oh no,
Oh no. Uh-uh.
So first off, we missed breakfast. Breakfast, we went to the Pancake Pantry,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Like I think that we found it on some food show years back, and then so I've probably been there each time I've gone to Nashville. I hit up the Pancake Pantry. What'd y'all think?
Man, it was so much food.
Yeah.
And I couldn't finish all mine. I got like these peach pancake rolls.
Oh,
and
they were
stuff,
so
yeah.
good. I wish I would have had one
Yeah,
before.
It was like a dessert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a dessert. Yeah.
So rich and like creamy.
And
Like, it was
creamy.
very delicious.
It was like a peach cobbler pancake.
It was. It really was.
absolutely,
No, it was absolutely delicious, and it was so much food. And like, you have to go walk, like you have to go do something, walk around. That's what because
Yeah.
we went to the park after that.
Right. We did
Yeah,
the park
after
on the
walking
Nashville.
around the damn block and that's it.
Yeah, and we're like, nah, let's go to the park.
shuffling
now.
back
Yeah.
in the car. Man, that breakfast was really good though. I mean, I hadn't had pigs in a blanket like that in a while since like IHOP got rid of it.
Yeah.
I had a nice scramble there. It was delicious.
You had quite a bit of.
I did. I had a lot of food.
You ordered like 3 plates.
No, I didn't. There were small plates.
I would say that the
You ordered one called the Master Meal. No.
What?
they bring out everything.
Whatever you had on your plate had everything.
It had a
like
it was
hash
an,
browns
an
and
omelet with potatoes and toast and bacon and
but yeah, it was small.
yeah, shut up.
Yeah, it was a small meal.
it could feed a baby giant.
Right.
Yes,
But-
it's very good though. I'm
So we-
glad you took
My
us over
sweet
there.
baby giant.
We did all that, but then we go to we went to Monell's that night.
We did. Oh,
So
on
double
the recommendation
Oh,
of
man.
Jared Yardbird. Thank you, sir, but also screw off. We went to Monell's. He was like, "Hey, there's this really cool restaurant. You can't bring in your cell phone, or I mean, you can't have your cell phone out. It's like you can have it in your pocket. But if you bring out your cell phone, like try to take a picture of the food, or even like just have it out on the phone texting, they'll kick you out.
Yeah.
Straight up kick you
it
out.
says in there. It says no phone.
And I nearly I pulled my phone. I was like, oh shit, and I put it right back.
Yeah, like
You would get us kicked out.
well, he would get kicked out. I wasn't going anywhere.
But it was
I
family.
don't know that motherfucker.
It was family style, and you sit down at this table. So the only thing I can equate that to is like going on a cruise,
Yeah.
where you're just like, if you go to like the main dining, if you've never been on a cruise, you go to the main dining, and you just sit with whoever they sit you with, essentially.
Right.
So that was interesting. So we get there first. There's nobody else at the table. They bring out all these sides, and then they bring our dinner guests that sit with us.
Funny
But-
enough, from Plano.
Yeah.
Yeah. One from Plano, one from Nashville, one from California, one from Chicago.
And then also, funny enough,
They were at the breakfast place.
they were
yeah.
2 tables over from us at breakfast that morning at the Pancake Pantry.
Yeah, yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
But so much food. I
Oh, my
mean,
goodness.
it's all you can eat, and really you can only eat like one serving of what they bring out. I mean, you could sit there and I could probably stay an hour.
Those
2
guys
hours,
ate
whatever.
more than us.
Yeah.
That one guy was like debating. He's like,
And they
yeah,
were
I want
small
more shells.
dudes.
That was for real. It was like a man versus food thing going on.
The question is like they seem like they were younger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it a younger thing? Like
it's
as
not
we
one
get
where
older,
we had to take a Prilosec before we eat or drink. And, those guys went hard on the paint. Like that food, but still, that food was so fucking delicious.
it was.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the catfish there was.
So they bring you out like
Yeah.
they've got tea, sweet tea, unsweet tea, lemonade on the table, just kind of like set the tone, right? And then they bring biscuits and cornbread, which were amazing. Then they bring like these apricot preserves for your biscuits that we didn't know was for the biscuits. And then they bring.
Oh, we knew
I didn't know. They had like 6 different sides. Would they have like some kind of
corn pudding,
corn pudding.
green beans, mashed potatoes,
mustard greens,
mustard greens. What else?
a fried okra?
Fried okra.
Did you say the fried chicken?
No, these are the
No,
sides.
yeah,
the
those are the
sides.
sides.
So
yeah.
we had filled up on this shit before the
Yeah.
mains
Yeah, yeah.
even came. We're like, oh, this is great. And then they bring fried chicken, fried catfish, and then huge stuffed shells that are basically like a mini
Lasagna.
Oh, my
and then,
God.
And ribs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
ribs.
shit, there
Holy
was
fuck.
ribs.
Yeah.
there was ribs.
Dude, I was already in a food coma by the time the ribs
I
came.
want to go. Like hearing it again, I just want to go fucking back.
But just not eat for like 24,
I don't want to know.
24 hours
I
prior.
want to eat a lot the day before and not eat that morning, and then because that way my stomach is expanded.
I think that we could do we could definitely do mukbang there.
oh
we
yeah,
could convince them to like just let us film, and we'll put it on Twitch, and they can watch us. You can watch us eat,
Yeah.
and it's really messy food. So for those who like messy,
It's not.
It's
How
great.
is it messy?
The ribs.
The ribs were a little.
You don't suck your fingers?
The ribs got all over my. They got all over my mustache.
He does that even with dry food. Like he just sucks his fingers.
I do.
Yeah. So the food was fantastic. I was joking, Jared. Thank you for the recommendation. It was really.
Oh,
cool.
yeah, man. Thank you
The food
so
was
much.
insane.
What's funny is like he didn't tell us like you were gonna be miserable afterwards.
Oh no.
He told us like yeah. Oh yeah.
Then he texted the next, either that night or the next day. He's like, "Hey, how you feeling?" I'm like I'm fucking miserable. What do you mean?
Because
how
he
am I
knew.
feeling?
He knew exactly
Oh, yeah.
what was gonna happen.
He knew for sure. But it was really cool. And it's only like what $20-$25 a person. Like
It was $21 a person.
it wasn't that bad considering everything you get out of it.
Correct.
And the experience. So that was cool. That we were gonna go out that night, and then we were so miserable.
We're like, okay, we're going to take a nap real quick, and then we'll get up and we'll just head out.
This was at 8 p.m. We didn't leave the house after that. Like
No.
we either slept through the night, got up, woke up for an hour, walked around, went back to sleep. I think I slept a total of like 10 hours.
Jesse
that
tried to
night.
wake me up a couple times.
Jesse came out the room.
I don't remember her waking me up, and apparently I was mean to her. So
Well, you were a tired bear. That
You
it
were.
was.
She
You were
was like,
hibernating.
she's like, yeah, we're not going to go out. Tim's like snoring, and no, that's it. And I was like, well, all right. And I was like, I was making noise, and I thought Chad was asleep too. And I'm like, man, that motherfucker's asleep too. But you woke up. Right?
Yeah. Well,
little
yeah, I
later.
got up for about an hour and a half, something like that. You and I just kind of hung out on the couch, and we're like, all right, time to go back to bed. And then we slept through the rest of the
Yeah.
night. Dude,
Fuck.
I slept so hard. I don't usually sleep like that, and it was great.
Well, the night before, we got pretty shit faced drunk.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
It was an experience.
It was definitely an experience.
Yeah.
You know what they say about new experiences?
It's not a new experience.
It was a new experience.
In a different
Sort of.
I mean, it was a new experience in Nashville at that place in the woods. Yeah, that's
a
what
new
made it a new experience.
Yeah.
Oh, and we were playing with a Black Widow, I guess.
Yeah, there was a black. Our Verbo was pretty cool because it was like sitting on like 20-something acres.
Yeah.
And it was just this beautiful property. But yeah, so we slept through the night. The next day we get up and what I don't even remember what we did. Oh yeah, we went to Lynchburg. We just
Yeah,
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 yeah.
that's Saturday.
Jack Daniel's Distillery in the town of Lynchburg.
I was real excited about y'all seeing that, but I was also real worried that you weren't going to have a good time. I don't know. I was like,
I had a great time.
I had an amazing time.
it seems like that was the consensus, and I'm glad.
Jesse even liked it. She doesn't like whiskey.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I think the chef's kiss was that diner we went to, and we walked in,
And everybody looked at you because you were brown.
Yes, I was the only person of color
Who is
in this
your
diner,
Latino?
and I'm like, oh, and there's a lot of bikers there too.
I mean, granted, it felt like everything got quiet when we walked in.
It did. Like,
Well, they also did. It was a weird spot. They didn't even have music playing. It was
No.
just a quiet, weird diner to begin with.
Yeah.
And it didn't help that we had Javier.
you here? Are you the new dishwasher boy?
But what was great is as we left, someone came in to take your place.
Thank goodness.
And I think it's a one in, one out rule.
Right. A Latino in, a Latino out.
It has to be.
it was
yeah.
a Latina,
Yeah.
or yeah.
Well, there was a guy too, so maybe
Really?
it was a 2-for-1.
Yeah, because there
special.
was a cute girl that walked in. I'm like,
Okay,
yeah, all right.
nice.
Cheers.
But yeah, it was really cool. Like when you
The
go,
food there was also delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
it was all right.
The corn nuggets and the
The appetizers, yeah.
desserts were delicious. The catfish.
The burger was
The
all
burger
right.
was, yeah. it was-
Really? The
it was-
catfish was fucking bomb. Especially since the day before we had catfish at that place.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were just
I
on-
love catfish now. Their catfish is fucking to die for. It's to die for.
To die for.
Oh my gosh! So now you're a catfish guy?
Yeah, I'm a catfish guy.
Uh,
You're just feeding for it, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you. So if you haven't been to Lynchburg, which is kind of on the opposite side of the state, like it's in the southeast part of Tennessee.
It's like an hour and a half from
It's an hour
Nashville.
from Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, from,
Because
Nashville.
it was an hour from
proper, yeah.
our Verbo or
Yeah.
whatever, Brentwood. So yeah, you can spend about $35, and they take you all around this ginormous estate that is Jack Daniel's. They show you like where the natural spring is, where they get all of the water that they use for Jack Daniel's. They show you the barrel rooms. They show you kind of the filtering process, the wood making or the barrel making, all that kind of stuff. Really neat. And then of course the best part,
The tasting.
you get to taste. And we got some good
Yeah, because we
tasters,
did the angel share one, so we got
Angel
the
dust.
we got the fancy stuff.
which was only a $5 difference.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to go, don't be cheap. Like, spurge for the best tasting.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, because if you do the $30 one, you're drinking Jack Daniel's and then Jack Daniel's
Prob-
Gentleman's Jack or something.
And
Stuff
then
that you
probably
can get in
like
the store.
Tennessee, like the Tennessee Fire, I'm sure is on
Tennessee
there.
whiskey.
And the one we did for $5 more, we got like
Sinatra
Barrel,
Select.
yeah, Sinatra Barrel
single
Select,
barrel.
Oh yeah, we got our own bottle back here, which is going to be for us for special occasions. You know, like if we happen to get, I don't know, best of Fort Worth and Fort Worth Weekly, which we haven't yet. But what you can do is vote for us.
Yeah.
Go-
And we
go
will,
to
and we
Fort
will,
Worth Weekly's
we will open
website
that and drink it on air.
We will chug the entire thing and vomit
Nope,
all over
nope.
all of our
This
things.
This is a sipper.
We might take our clothes off and slap our wieners on the table.
This is going to be a long-term
A long
hold.
dong goal.
Long-term
Long
hold.
dong. God damn it. Turn it back
Thanks,
on.
Tim. That bottle's a long-term hold. Anytime we do
Yeah.
something great or successful or we're proud of ourselves for us, for the podcast, we're going to take a drink of that
A
bottle.
drinky drink. A drink,
Yeah.
a drink, a drink, a roo.
So,
That
if
was
you-
Lynchburg. Lynchburg.
Well, hold on. I want to talk about
This
the
episode's
success.
sponsored by Lynchburg.
Lynchburg. Do not come here if you're my color. Me. 'Cause-
It's okay if you do. There was other people of color there.
was there?
There was.
So if you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, thank you for doing so. Please like, subscribe, talk to us in the chat, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. If you don't already do so, please follow us on social media at The Funky Panther. That's on Twitter, that is on Instagram, that is on Facebook. And then also you can look in the description of this video, or if you're listening to it on the podcast, it's also going to be in the description of the podcast. And you can go and vote for us. On the second page of the form, there is Best Radio Personality, and we would love for you to vote the Funky Panther. We'd really appreciate it. In addition to that, we have got some new merch that we announced on our social media. So, Tim, you want to model that fine shirt
Yeah,
you're
let
wearing?
me stand up.
We've got 2 shirts available. One is going to be our Stay Good shirt,
Take your pants off, bitch.
which has our logo on the front.
Nice titties.
And then on the back, we've got our Stay Good. Why are you so scared?
So it looks like a goddamn scarecrow.
Well, at least the shirt looks good. That should be the next shirt.
Hey,
Well, at
turn
least the
around again.
shirt
Turn
looks
around
good.
again.
Why do you look so scared?
Look at those lady lumps. What the fuck? Look at that.
And we also have a shirt that has a large logo on the front, and it's kind of got a red, white, and blue kind of 3D, old school 3D look to it. So we've got those available for $25. Hit us up on Instagram, shoot us a DM, and we'll set you aside a shirt for $25.
Yeah, good stuff. Love the shirt. Love the shirt.
So is that kind of all for the
No,
weekend?
nope. We
No?
went to Broadway. Remember?
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
So we went to Broadway, which kind of worked out because the night before we were very well rested. We got tons
Yeah.
of sleep. We didn't drink all day. We just went to Jack Daniel's, and then Jesse made us a delicious dinner, which was
Thanks.
fantastic.
Shout out to Jesse.
And then we went to Broadway downtown, which if you don't know, if you haven't been in Nashville, Broadway is kind of like 6th Street downtown Austin. It is the spot to be. All your bars, they block off the road. It's
You
loud.
said it was the bachorette party capital of the.
I made that up, but I feel
I
like it
fucking
is.
feel like they had like buses, and I'm sure. Was it a Megan and Shayla and?
Yeah, we knew a bachelorette party at the same time
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
there.
but they were everywhere. They had those like party barges.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
So fucking
Yeah.
It's
cool.
like a cut-off bus,
Yeah.
and then just girls going crazy.
I just like
driving
Holly's
around.
pictures of that was like it looked like a lot of fun, and I wish we would have ran into them. That would have been really cool.
But it was a crazy, hectic, busy weekend, and I have never seen Broadway that packed. I don't know if it was because it was a holiday weekend, because it was Labor Day, or if it because it was Bonnaroo and no one had anything to do because they were supposed to be at Bonnaroo, but they were just making the best out of it like we did.
Yeah.
But that street was insane. There was like what would you say, like 15, 20-minute wait to get in like any bar?
No,
or pub?
no. It had to be longer because places that we went by, the lines kind of wrapped around.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was more. I think they had like a capacity where people would come out and then they'd let people in.
I think that's what it was too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only. They were being really smart with like how many people they were letting in, but still, it was a party atmosphere. Like, I mean, honestly, it's like a lot of fun. If we were like 10 years younger, we would have fucking like tore that city apart. We would have.
Yeah.
Like there'd be like pregnant women everywhere.
Okay. And
I would
so-
like to go on a weekend that's not so crazy
I
now.
was going to say weeknight. I would like to go on a Wednesday.
I, for one, would like to go and then sleep and be tucked in by 8 o'clock in the evening
That would be nice.
with a nice warm milk from Papa and Mama.
That's Tim.
That would I'm not gonna turn that down.
I wouldn't either.
If
Fuck
you want,
that.
if you want to tuck me in and give me some more milk, that's
from a teat.
lactose free though, please.
We did find 2 really cool bars while we were on Broadway.
No, 1 bar. Oh, 2 bars.
Well, they both were bars.
Yeah, one of them had music. They had a really good
Both
Whiskey-
of them
whiskey
actually had music.
Yeah.
Well, one of them we were actually listening to music.
Right.
We went to the 3rd floor. It was pretty empty when we got there. And then 2 musicians, both of them were really, really good.
Yeah.
They played, and that place filled up pretty quick because the downstairs, the bottom floor, was stupid packed. And then by the time we were like, all right, we've been here for about an hour and a half. We want to check out another spot before we head out. We found this really nice bar that we went to the top because it was it was overlooking, what is it, like a rooftop bar?
Yeah, overlooking Broadway in the city.
And it wasn't until right before we left we realized,
Holy shit, this is the Mellow Mushroom. The fucking pizza joint that we have here on University was there. It was a fucking Mellow Mushroom.
There's a sign by the door at 8:00. They start checking IDs. You have to be 21 and up.
We're like, there's no line here. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
yeah, so that might be why it wasn't packed. I mean, there was still a lot of people there, but that place was so cool because they had a rooftop bar. You could overlook all of Broadway. They also had, like, on the 2nd floor, a big arcade room, which was empty. The place looked really cool, but it was a Mellow Mushroom. It just caught us all off guard.
I haven't had Mellow Mushroom in years. I'd like to go check it out.
Can
Wow.
we just say that the side of Broadway that was playing like all the music that we liked was actually pretty empty?
Yeah, so,
And I don't know what that has to say about us. I mean, every bar was playing Nickelback.
well,
Well,
And
Kid Rock and
I
Jason
thoroughly
Aldean's
enjoy it,
bar,
yeah.
they were fucking packed to the gills.
we're not huge country music fans, and so like most of Nashville and Broadway was playing country music, but the 5 or so bars that were playing rock or like our type music, they were empty, and we didn't realize it until we were already leaving. We're like, well, shit, we could have just gone there, but
Yeah, but we left for a good reason.
yeah.
Because
We went to
Santa's
Santa's Pub.
Pub.
The legendary Santa's Pub, where
Santa's
you sing
Pub.
karaoke. We actually got really good ideas of what we want our bar to be like.
The Funky Panther.
The Funky Panther, yeah.
bar. Yeah, you heard it here. Did we already talk about this?
We've kind of talked
I'm
about
sure
it a little
we
bit.
talked about it.
Okay, yeah, but it's a really cool bar. It's
Again, shout out to Jared Yardbird for recommending it. But it was a cash-only bar. They had karaoke,
It's a double wide, is what it is.
It is
It's
just
a
a
double
double
wide
wide.
trailer.
and it is owned by Santa, who also lives in the trailer up front.
What was his actual name? Denzel. His
Denzel.
real name is
yeah,
Denzel.
yeah.
That's right.
And you see this guy, he don't look like no Denzel.
No.
That's not his real name.
He does look like a Santa though.
He does look like a Santa.
Like if Santa was like kind of like mountain man, like out in the woods.
He's just
probably.
outside going through bottles of beer, Coors, I think, and then
He was just
Marlboro
chilling there
Reds.
smoking
Yeah.
red. Yeah, smoking reds.
Smoking Reds, like one right after another,
Yep.
going through bottles. Had a Winnebago on the property. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he lives in.
Yeah, I think so.
It was
like-
really cool to talk to.
Dude is living the life, man.
He's had it for 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. And I went up to him. He was really nice. I'm like,
Not a single fight in there either.
So I was wondering.
He was proud of that.
yeah.
Maybe if I could get a picture with you.
You
me
did.
and my
You
friends.
sounded like Morty. You
yeah.
did.
Oh, jeez.
We did get a picture, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great guy.
He's like, I don't
He's a
care.
really cool
Whatever.
guy.
Just get off my property.
Just take the fucking
Hey,
picture.
if you
Get
check
back
out,
in the kitchen in the back. What are you doing here?
if you check out our TikTok, you could actually see kind of a synopsis of Javier put together a pretty good little video.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
looked really good.
Little synopsis of the trip.
And this isn't going to be our last time going over there. I can't wait for us to go whenever it's not like a party weekend.
I can't wait for us to go to Bonnaroo.
I can't wait either. I mean, I really did want to see Lizzo, Foo Fighters, Mark Rebillier. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Fighters.
Foo
Leon.
Fighters.
Leon.
It's and Leon too, man. Like Leon had a show over there Sunday night, but we were like,
Already leaving.
Yeah, we were.
they were
leaving.
already leaving. So I mean, next
Luckily,
time though,
luckily I'll see him at Red Rocks
you
in a
will.
few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. When are you going?
The first week of October. I think it's on a Wednesday.
Our tickets sold out.
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna try to go.
It's a Wednesday.
That's fine.
So we're gonna fly out like mid-afternoon or early on Wednesday. Basically, get a rental, go straight to Red Rock, and then just spend the whole weekend in Denver.
I'm still trying to do the whole more trips for me.
You should, bro.
Because, I was planning on going to Canada on my birthday. And Tamara wants to go to San Marcos or something like that. And we're going to Vegas in October. And,
I'll go to Canada with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
You be my Huckleberry?
I didn't realize that it was back open.
It is, yeah, yeah.
And
Tasman
Taz just
went.
posted she's
Yeah.
in Banff, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
like,
I saw the pictures of Banff. I'm like,
That's where I wanted to go
fuck.
for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
But since Canada was cut off, we did the next best thing, which is Glacier, which is just south of that.
But I really want to go fly into Calgary and go and
Yeah.
stay like about 4 or 5 days and like backpack and explore. It'd be a lot of fun.
All right, so let's get
Let's get into the show. 35 minutes in.
I know. Let's get through a few things. One, we talked about where you can find us on social media. We talked about our shirts. We also, again, would really like if you could vote for us on the Fort Worth Weekly for the best radio personality. We'd really appreciate it. Link is going to be here. Link's on our social media. Link is everywhere. Just help us out. We'd appreciate you.
Yeah.
We've got some events coming up, not for us, but for Fort Worth in general that we're pretty excited about. One is going to be Oktoberfest at Maple Branch. It'll be the first time that Maple Branch has done Oktoberfest.
They were supposed to do it last year for their opening.
Right, but they are, they're very like German-centric and European with their beer styles and their. I think they said their honeymoon was at Oktoberfest, right?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
it means a lot to them, and they're obviously they've got the most beautiful beer garden that we have here in North Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Oktoberfest at Maple Branch is going to be on September 18th, September 24th, and September 25th. And for $20, you get a Stein, which is a nice commemorative like Maple Branch Stein, and then it's only $5 to fill it with beer, which is actually a pretty good deal because that would probably be 2 beers and you made up your money.
I thought it was 2.5 beers in that Stein.
It probably is.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But like, you fill 2 of those for $5 a piece. That's basically like what 5 beers,
Yeah.
and you made up your $30 right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
And it's good beer. Their fucking beer is like delicious.
and they're gonna have 2 different kinds of Oktoberfest, which I'm excited about trying.
And they're going to have a Stein
Stein
contest.
hoist.
Stein
Yeah.
hoist. So don't forget that. The Stein hoist is going to be a big deal. So get your training on now. You only have like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but get at it.
Wish Zeus was here for that.
Yeah, I know.
And then we also have our Fort Worth Oktoberfest, which is going to be from September 23rd through September 25th. That's always a really good time
Yeah.
down by
Panther Island.
Panther Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got a couple other things that I found online when I was Googling. We've got the Troubadour Festival on November 6th. We got River and Blues Festival from November 12th through the 13th, which is where you can find Dustin Massey. You can also find, dang it.
Squeezebox.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez, I couldn't think of it.
I thought
Yeah.
you were doing the monkey.
No, Squeezebox Bandits and Dustin Massey are both going to be there, so we will likely
Absolutely,
be
we'll
there.
be there. We're gonna. I want to try to get us press passes for the Lone Star Film Festival. It's going to happen November 11th through the 14th. I think I want that to be
Bro.
our first major
That'd be
get
great.
at her.
That'd be great.
Like, I
That'd be
mean, that'd
pretty
be
damn
cool to
cool.
meet like a bunch of artists, especially like since they're filming
Yellowstone,
Yellowstone, the
the
prequel
prequel,
to
yeah.
Yellowstone. Jinx, you owe me a beer.
Wow, that sounded like
Ah!
y'all did that on purpose. Like that was pretty good. You were just a bit lower. Like it sounded really
Yeah,
good.
we wanted to. Yeah, that's what we wanted to do.
But they're filming right now Yellowstone's prequel here at the Stockyards and over in Granbury. It's really cool. Sam Elliott's over
Sam
there.
Elliott.
Fucking that man never ages. That goddamn
no, he did
mustache.
age, but he just stopped.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely. But I really want to meet him. He seems like a really.
I think
cool
that
guy.
whenever you get bit by a vampire at whatever life, that's like whatever time of life, that's where you just stop aging.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened to him.
I would like him. It used to be like either James Earl Jones or Robert Freeman. Samuel. No, fuck Samuel.
Squeezebox Bandits.
What's happening here?
No, what's his name? To narrate my life. I was going to say Samuel L. Jackson, but it's Morgan Freeman and.
If you got Samuel L. Jackson being a bunch of motherfuckers and
But I would love like Sam Elliott to narrate my life story. It'd be like that voice though, man.
That'd be more of a Tim. I feel like that would be more of a Tim.
yeah, I
narration.
would love
It
for him
would.
to.
It
Yeah,
would.
well, it reminds if you watch The Big Lebowski, which I just watched a few days ago. That he's narrating that show, so
Christy said
Evil Ron.
he'll be Evil Ron.
I forgot. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Parks
Yeah.
and Rec.
Oh my god. I just want to
Oh, yeah.
shake his hand. I just I've been such a fan since Tombstone. Like that's.
yeah.
For others, it was that Rocky Dennis movie, but
Tombstone was for me. Yeah,
Tombstone.
same.
It was Tombstone.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Can't wait.
So we also have our first Cowboys game coming up on
Hey,
this
Thursday!
to
So
open
whenever
up
you
the
listen to
season.
this, the season's going to open up with the Cowboys versus the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. I think it's a ring ceremony.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the first game of the season. It's going to open up Thursday night. The last episode of Hard Knocks premieres tonight at 9.
So that if you listen when this drops, that was in the past.
That was in the past. So you would have already known that
Or if you didn't know, you could just go back and watch all of them. Yeah.
Zach Martin's in COVID protocol, but we still don't know the rules yet for like how that's supposed to work.
I was listening. They've got a couple of guys that are going to be coming back.
Yeah.
If they test
Lyle Collins,
two negative tests.
Like two, but tomorrow is COVID day, so they have to test negative tomorrow.
Right.
So we're hoping, like we're crossing our fingers because he's an integral part of our line.
Let's just let's play the season on COVID rules. Meaning, if you this is my thought. If you lose one of your players, you can bring up your second string, third string to take their place. But once you run out of them, you're just going to play a man short or two man short.
This isn't soccer.
I think that's what we should do in football.
That just wouldn't work.
I think it'd be a blast.
For who?
The other team.
Yeah. The other team's
For whoever has less COVID.
they're purposely trying to go in there and infect the other teams. Like there's all this like espionage and stuff happening.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like how what's his name from the Giants used to get hookers to the opposing team. Like whenever they were in the Super Bowl, he used to get hookers for the other team, so that way they'd be like all tired and worn out. Yeah.
Dang.
What's his fucking name? He was like the guy who was in Waterboy. He's like, and that's why you don't do crack.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I forgot.
Hey, we didn't bring up. I got notified that we didn't bring up Yazoo Brewing
Oh!
or Bearded Iris.
Yazoo
Nashville.
and Bearded Iris. Yeah, that was the day we did the
Monels and all that
Monels.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, both really good breweries. Which one of the two were your favorite?
Yazoo. I liked all the beers I had at Yazoo.
Yazoo was good, but I liked Bearded Iris. Well, no, I need to have more beers from them. I only had the
all right, let's go back.
fruited ones.
The atmosphere.
Fuck
was,
it! All right, come on, what are we doing tomorrow?
I think I liked Bearded Iris. They had some really cool stuff going on. Yazoo, I guess maybe it's kind of like their RAR. It's been around forever, and so it's not anything new. Bearded Iris had some phenomenal.
Yeah,
beers.
it's very good. Both locations are great. Yazoo's spot, I guess you said it's new.
Yeah, I asked him, and he said it's less than 2 years old, which it's been a few years since I've been. So I was like, man, this seems so much farther from downtown than I remember. It was like 20 minutes from downtown, but it was a really nice facility.
Perfect spot.
Huge.
Like the atmosphere is great. The
Yeah.
guy doing the barbecue was really nice. He's like, I got smoked Pop-Tarts. You want to smoke Pop-Tarts?
Did he really?
He did.
I didn't
I'm
hear
like,
that.
we're like, man, that sounds good. Like, Tammy was
if
like,
I'd known that, I would have bought some.
Have y'all seen this smoked cream cheese trend?
That's going on. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
What?
I really want to try it. Apparently, it's like the easiest thing you can do. You pop, like you score cream cheese.
You get a couple blocks of cream cheese, put it together, score it, like kind of like you would do a ham or something like that.
Yeah. You throw it in the smoker for a couple hours.
Put whatever your favorite rub.
Yeah, or nothing. Apparently,
nothing,
just
yeah.
nothing is fine because it just like you can throw it on crackers. You can eat it with chips. You can have it as an
that's
appetizer.
rude. How dare you? Oh, like crackers. Oh,
Only crackers. Yeah, but yeah, it's
sounds like a
I've
fucked
seen
up
it
dating
everywhere
site.
now, and it came up at work today too.
That sounds like a fucked up dating site.
Only
Only,
crackers.
onlycrackers.com.
Onlycrackers.com. Yep.
Sponsored by Cracker Barrel.
Well, we've got
Cousin, hey, how you doing? I'm hearing this side too.
All right.
What? That's,
All right.
that's a
All
different
right.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Anyways,
the,
back
but
on.
the, but the season starts
Yeah.
back up. I'm really excited to see how the Cowboys do. I'm very worried that our first game is a national game and also not at home because we usually like do tailgates every year for the openers.
Yeah, the first home opener isn't until like
2 weeks.
the end of September.
Yeah, and it's a Monday night game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, we'll be there.
I'm not going to be there.
You won't be there?
Fuck no.
Why?
On a Monday night?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But that brings up a question that we had asked.
Joe over at TFTI, the Thanks for the Invite podcast, he messaged me this morning, asked me, who is the best DFW athlete
like of all time.
of all time?
Of all time.
Because we've had like a ringer of good players. We've had Dirk, Emmett,
You're
Troy,
talking about all sports,
every
whatever.
every sport. So you have your Dirk, Emmett, Troy, Michael
Staubach.
Irvin, Staubach,
Nolan Ryan.
Man.
Pudge. Juan
Mi-
Gonzalez.
Michael Young.
I mean, you've got quite a few.
Yeah,
And
Mike
that's not
Madonna.
even, yeah, I was about to say,
Mike
what about
Madonna,
hockey?
yeah.
Man.
That's a really. I mean,
I think
well, for our youth, it was the
Em-
big
Em-
three. It
Emmitt
was
Smith.
it was the triplets. The triplets for us,
Michael
like, when we
Irvin,
were growing
Emmitt
up.
Smith,
And
Troy Aikman.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we grew up with those 3 Super Bowls. Like
But-
we were.
Yeah, we grew up with those 3 Super Bowls, but then we jump into the Mavs, whenever they first get Dirk.
Well, yeah, we were
And
still
that-
kind of shitty though. I mean,
I know, but then like we started just climbing.
Yeah.
And it was like the matchup with him and Nash. When we had Nash and Dirk together, that's when we were just freaking awesome.
And like to this day, I'll say that was
biggest mistake.
I think that's what Cuban said too.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
I mean, I think the difference of $5 million was what, like, sent him off.
Yeah.
To Phoenix.
Right. And had he just went ahead and paid that, I think we probably would have had another championship easily.
No, we would have had 3. I think we would have had 3 championships because I think if we would have had him, we would have gone past San Antonio. Like San Antonio was always our like crutch. Like I mean, it was San Antonio or the Trailblazers.
Now, not Mavs, Rangers. We've never won a pennant, right?
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we two pennants.
2 minutes. Okay.
But we just never won the World Series.
World Series. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before that we hadn't had like we'd always lose to the Yankees.
Yeah.
We had your Elvis Andrus, Josh Hamilton. I mean, you really can't. You only have really Pudge. Pudge is like to me for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan?
Nolan. Well, yeah, but
Nolan Ryan was great,
but we didn't get anywhere. We didn't get anywhere.
I don't think Nolan Ryan was kind of
you're
like
not talking just best player. You're talking best player while it was a winning team.
I mean,
Because-
what else would you consider?
how would you judge it?
I don't know.
Because Mike Modano for the longest time was our player.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and of course we went to 2 Stanley Cups. We won 1, lost 1 against the Sabres, which I remember where I was in Mexico for both. I remember staying up late. It was that overtime.
The one we won. Who was it against? It was
I thought it was the Devils.
I think you're right.
I thought it was the Devils. But like I remember that, like just winning that, staying up like at 1 a.m. for that shootout. No, it was I think like a golden goal type
You know, if
thing.
Dustin was here, he would be saying that Dirk. Hands down, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, like if you're thinking throwback right now, I think Luka. Right now,
Of course
you got to shut up. I mean, you got to think of like different eras of like sports.
Luka's young. He's still early on in his NBA career.
He is likely going to come out as one of the best players
of all time.
of all time, and also of our area, of our Dallas-based teams.
We're
Like,
going into year 4, and already he's being like his numbers are comparable to LeBron's, Michael Jordan's, like Wilt Chamberlain's. Like it's getting there.
I think that he will be considered one of the greatest up there with like the Jordans and Wilt.
But
and all
I
that,
think
yeah.
it's too early. Like
No,
if you
yeah,
think
yeah.
about, I mean, God forbid, but if something happened,
Yeah, as long as he
right,
doesn't
if
blow
got
his back
hurt
out
something
or-
next year, would he be that?
Why
No,
did you say blow his back out? Isn't that sexual?
because he's thinking he's going to end up with you. 'Cause you love that dude.
Oh my God, I'm gonna blow that back out. No, I mean, I think if he keeps on at the pace he's going, he's gonna overtake Dirk as the best European player of all time.
He could,
I mean,
yeah.
even like take over Larry Bird's as the best white player of all time.
So
because-
who's the
Dude,
best player then? That was the
that's
question,
a hard
right?
It's still too. I mean, it's hard.
Okay. Let's just break it down.
Pick
let's,
one.
Let's,
No, we already broke
Well,
it
we,
down.
are we
wait,
gonna
let's break it
talk
down
versus
per-
like per sport?
per
Because
sport.
it's pretty simple on what you're gonna pick. You know, Dirk for Mavs,
Emmett for me. Emmett. I'm picking Emmett for Cowboys.
but you have to think about this. Like Emmett broke. He's going to be leader, like yard leader.
I know.
For a long time, but it's our line that helped him. Like our line.
Right.
I mean, you can say Troy. I mean, Troy was kind of like, oh.
Well, then
I
who are
think
you going to pick
statistically-
though? I'm picking Emmett.
Cowboys. I will pick. Fuck. I'll pick Troy. I'm
Okay.
picking Troy.
Wasn't Roger Staubach, like, I think historically was the better of the quarterbacks between him and
I think
Troy?
Tony Romo was the better.
Statistically,
quarterbacks.
Tony Romo was the best.
He's the best quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, Dak is getting there in
is.
yards.
But, like, there's something to be said about the times, too. Like, when Roger Staubach was a quarterback, like, how would he do in today's
He wouldn't do
NFL?
good. I don't think he'd do
Right?
good. But I mean, like he's the one that had the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Right.
The Hail Mary was done, and he did it.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Okay. who are you going to pick though? Cowboys.
Emmitt Smith.
Okay.
Yeah,
Two Emmets, one
two
Troy.
Emmets, one
Yeah.
Troy. All right. Mavs.
Mavs. I'm going with Dirk.
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 Yeah.
Consensus is
I think. But
Even
I mean,
now,
Luka,
even now.
Luka will. I think Luka
He's
will.
got like at least another 10 years
Yeah.
before we get into that conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be 10 years.
Baseball?
Baseball.
A Pudge. Well, that's man. It's so Elvis.
Dude, it's got to be Nolan Ryan.
I was an Elvis. I
Dude,
loved
that
Elvis,
guy
man.
was an insane pitcher.
He was
And,
like in his 40s and pitched a no-hitter.
dude,
Yeah.
pitchers don't get a whole lot of
Okay,
love
okay.
in the sport.
They don't.
Especially if they're not hitting, right? But like Nolan Ryan was a beast.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm gonna stick with Elvis though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Michael Young.
Okay.
Michael Young.
Really?
Yeah.
Stars.
Mike Madonna.
Mike
Yeah,
Madonna.
that one's easy.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
But
Lacrosse.
you really I mean, you can't pick one.
To be
You just-
determined.
You just can't pick one. If we're going to say one all time, who's your one?
I
all-time?
can't. I can't pick one all time.
You
I
ha-
can, I
you
can
have
pick,
to
I
pick
can,
one.
okay,
You have
pick
to pick one.
my favorite sport that I liked watching. Okay, Dirk. It's gonna be Dirk.
Yeah, so really, it's going to be biased, right? Because it's what you like to watch. They are different sports. They're going to be completely like you. What was it? The Michael Jordan documentary and how he had to transform his body
Yeah.
to play baseball instead of basketball. Like you have to be a completely different athlete to play these different things. And so, like, is one a better athlete than the next?
You could be
You know, who
naturally
knows?
talented as an athlete, just in
Right.
general, but it's like you're. It's kind of like you're a general surgeon, or you focus on like one specific thing, right?
Right.
And that's kind of how you see these athletes is they've made themselves like Michael Jordan made himself the epitome of basketball,
Right.
and then he transformed himself into a baseball player. Although he wasn't a great
It's
baseball
different.
player.
It's different because
But-
because Tiger Woods did the same thing. He trained with Navy SEALs. He like lifted heavy weights, which like did a number on his back. And for years after that, he'd have issues with that. Now look at him. I mean, judge not counting like the car accident he had because he's going to be out for a long time. But like changing your regimen from how you were when you were a champion, like going after Jack Nicklaus's record.
I'm just saying that's a tough thing to do, to transition sports.
Well, Bo Jackson and Dion had no issue. They had no issue. Dion would have to get helicoptered from his Falcons game to the Braves. I think it's during the World Series when the Braves were in the World Series. Bo Jackson like transitioned to both. I mean, that man is a specimen. Like he still is.
I think you have certain players that can do that. I think across the board, though, if you look at it, I think that you have players that are just perfect at what they do. The sport that they have honed in on, they're perfect athletes for that sport. But then you have your very rare occasions like that, like Dion, Bo Jackson. That not, dude. You couldn't take Luka and put him into I don't think you could put him on a baseball field and expect him to
absolutely
perform.
not. No.
But you have players that can.
Yeah, like
but it's
baseball
very
players
rare.
transitioning to like whenever what's his name from Seattle, Russell Wilson when he played with the Rangers,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
But they're also not going to be the top tier on both sports.
No,
right?
no,
That's-
I don't
that's
think
gonna
you
be
can- I don't
rare
think you
or
can be,
never,
yeah.
right? But going back, I think I would say Dirk too, just because I prefer to watch basketball similar to you, and I just that's who I grew up with, and I just think that guy is a badass.
Yeah, start to finish, like Dirk. Like I
Yeah.
was there whenever he started, and I was there when he ended, and
Yep.
he's going to be my all time. I don't care what you say.
Well, you
Like,
heard it here, Dirk.
Dirk is our all time like DFW sportsman. Not to mention like the stuff he's done for the community and like the pay cuts he's taken. I mean, the Lakers offered him a max $100 million contract,
but
and turned it down.
he wanted to stay here. He has this is his home. He feels at home here. So I mean,
Why?
yeah. What was that for?
Why?
You're just excited about Dirk? I mean, he's a longtime listener.
He long time listener, long time caller. He always calls me in the middle of the night. He's like, "Oh, it's me, the Germinator. I like your episode. It was very good."
That's not how he sounds.
not-
No. But Dirk, we would love to have you on. So
That was more of an Arnold
hit us
almost.
up.
Arnold-esque.
You can call us at 817-677-0408. Is
Yeah.
that correct? I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Give us a
I think
call.
that's right.
Send us a
Whatever
text.
the number is.
817-677-0408.
Yeah, man, good stuff. Okay, so where were we?
Why are you yelling?
Sorry, we're like an hour in.
We're-
so much more to talk about.
We're 56 minutes in. We're fine. We're fine.
We can do this in 15,
It's okay.
20.
Yeah.
No,
We got it. We got it.
Hey, Tim. And now it's time for News with Tim.
Thank you, Chadley. All right. In
Worked out.
in news that's been going around here, just a few things. We touched on filming for Yellowstone, the Yellowstone prequel. I think it's 1883. It's underway in Fort Worth as well as in Granbury. They've got 2 locations. They transformed the stockyards into
The 1800s.
1800s. Yeah, they put dirt all over the road, changed the signs up, all that stuff.
What's different?
You can check out. There's dirt. It's not just brick. It's
Not dirt and vomit and like
Right.
girls screaming. Yeah.
I saw the white elephant saloon
Yeah.
in one of the pictures.
So you can go to the basement bar still. That's one of the only bars that's open right now in the
Yeah,
area.
because fuck the basement bar.
True.
But you can go there all times, and you can sit there and watch them. It's actually on set, so you could sit there in the bar and watch them record and film and all that stuff. The only stipulation is you have to be quiet while they're filming. You can't
really?
be yelling. Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
you could actually go there and do that. So that's pretty cool.
Can you be in the background in like future clothes and like just
Future clothes.
yeah,
You mean now?
yeah.
Yeah, no. Other news: Texas District Court judge rules entire smokable hemp ban unconstitutional.
Hooray!
So we were kind of didn't know if they were going to allow the smokable hemp. They tried to put an injunction on it and get rid of it, and apparently we've won that side of making cannabis normal. So
legalize
that's cool.
marijuana, you cowards.
I will say real quick, I'm a little upset about, we had Sage on the podcast and he was fantastic. He's
Right.
great. He let us meet, his friend Dustin, and that's become a beautiful blossoming friendship as well. But whoever took over is not doing a great job.
Texas hemp cultivators.
Yeah, because he sold, and it just seems like the gummies that are coming out of that now are just not good.
So you know what? We've got another place to go talk to.
What?
Thrive
Yeah,
Apothecary.
yeah.
We'll just hit them up. That's fine.
But it just sucks. I feel like I'm in the whole $90 because you had some that molded pretty quick, right?
They molded, yeah.
Mine did
Uh-huh.
too. I've heard that people's have melted. It sucks because
Quality went down. Yeah,
we put our name behind something, and I don't know.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
In world news, Baby on the cover of Nevermind is suing Nirvana alleging child pornography.
Fuck that guy.
I
He
know.
like redid the fucking album cover.
He's done it several times. So
Yeah.
this is a fun thing to talk about right now because he's done it several times, right? And he's said it was okay. And I personally think that he just needs money.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so he's seeking. Okay, this is the crazy. So highlights of it: Spencer Eldon, he was photographed nude as an infant and appears on the Nirvana's Nevermind album and is suing the band over the image. In the filing, Eldon's lawyers claim the image constitutes child pornography, violating federal laws. Eldon is seeking $150,000 in damages from each of the 15 defendants named in the suit.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Eldon, whatever the fuck your name is.
So, do you just want some money?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I hope they tell him to go fuck right off.
I don't think he's going to win because of his past track record.
He's capitalized on it.
Yeah.
It's just now that he's not getting enough nut.
Because
Like, I
he
mean,
recreated it whenever I think he turned like 18.
Yeah.
He recreated it again at like the 25th anniversary of Nevermind.
Yeah. you can't pick and choose. If you're like of
Yeah.
age and you do it like just to get
some
money,
people
'cause he's getting paid for it.
Some people have said maybe that's his coping mechanism. That I don't know.
That I want money.
And now we're talking about it, so there's a little bit of fame even if
Sure.
he doesn't get paid, right? Which
And last coming up in the West 7th District on Foch, whatever you want to call it, a couple of new bars that are going to be popping up. Dogwood's 6th Street Bonafides. The Dogwood comes direct from Austin's 6th Street area. So it should feel right at home in Fort Worth. So new bar coming in. They've also got one in Houston, Nashville, and a second one in Austin. We've also
got a lot of Austin moving to Fort Worth.
The Backyard's Casual Fun, which is Scottsdale, Arizona-based evening entertainment group. They're bringing kind of like a picnic-type party-ish situation. And then finally, Bottled Blonde's Beer Garden, which is coming at 2821 Morton Street, which right now, if you look it up, it's a parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Is what it shows on Google Maps.
Great. So less parking.
Yeah, less
Okay.
parking.
That's what we need.
They're about 3 months away from opening in the addition of EEG's Pizzeria and Beer Garden, known as Bottled Blonde. It's coming 2821 Morton Street, just around the corner from the Backyard. There are already Bottled Blondes in Houston and Dallas, along with one in Scottsdale and another in Miami.
There's one on Exchange opening up that was supposed to be the concept over here in front of Heim, like the open space venue.
Crystal Springs?
Yeah.
Yeah, which Crystal Springs over here is not turning into what it was originally.
No.
Yeah, it's just going to be
But they're
apartments.
doing that over there off of Exchange in the Stockyards.
Oh.
And here in the next 2 weeks, they're going to open up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw a story on the Fort Worth.
So they've already built it.
It's already It's 2 weeks from now on Fort Worth Magazine. It's
Okay.
It's going to open up, so I'd love to check that out. But I wish like they would have done that over here because it would have been wonders for my like alcohol drinking.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Why like that changed?
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. People are stupid.
But yeah, that's it for news, man.
Cool, man.
I told you I'd knock it out really quick on that one.
Yeah, and you did. So
tonight's main story.
Viral challenges.
and
Yeah. So the biggest viral challenge that's been going around right now is that crate challenge.
Oh,
y'all
jeez.
seen that, right?
I'd love to do it. We were talking about it.
You want to do it?
I do.
Okay, so I saw this. If you have, if you had LimeWire on your computer and you burn CDs and stuff like that, yeah, stay away from the crate challenge is what they say because
Really?
we're way too old for that.
So I guess none of us and the guys from the TFTI podcast.
Yeah,
Because I told them I wanted to do it.
we should not be doing
It says
the crate
you.
challenge.
I say we do it.
I don't think that it's a good idea.
You don't think so?
No. Maybe if you got like, I don't know, 3 or 4 high, but any more than that.
Or put like mattresses and mats around you.
Oh, I'm expecting mattresses and like
or do
stuff.
it next to the pool.
That's fine.
Wait, what if you fall the other way?
Then you're screwed. But you got a 50-50 shot.
You're gonna hit your head on the concrete, and you're gonna
Right.
Yeah, so I've seen a ton of those. It kind of hit its peak. I haven't seen as many now.
No, it's starting to die down a
Yeah,
little bit.
but it was like all over TikTok.
Yeah.
And you would see these people, and I'm not like, man, getting hurt, like seriously, like breaking bones, falling off because they're 10 or 15 milk crates high.
Yeah.
And you hit that.
No, I mean I don't think that.
Dude,
It's like 10.
I don't
It looks
know.
Like, I think it's around 10.
I've seen some that were really stupid high. You want to go like all the way up to where you're well up, like I'm over 6 foot, and these seem to be over me.
Did you see the one where the guy was rolling a blunt while he was doing it?
No.
He
no.
was like rolling a blunt, and he was just like nice and easy, like going up. And I think the boys were telling me at TFTI that they sent it to Snoop Dogg, like, cause bro, look at this guy like rolling this blunt, and he's like, he's just,
Did he fall?
no, he didn't.
Really?
He went all the way and he rolled that blunt.
Wow.
Dude, I hope. I mean,
that's
and I know
impressive.
Snoop Dogg's smarter than that.
He
and
christened that blunt and everything.
I hope that Snoop Dogg doesn't think like, oh yeah, I
He
can do that.
baptized it. He was like,
Snoop's gonna hurt himself if he does it.
Oh,
no,
Snoop's
yeah, he's
not
a
gonna
tall,
do it. What
lanky
are you-
motherfucker. No, he's a millionaire. He ain't got to do it.
He's got people who can do it for him.
Yeah.
Right.
So that brought me into top 10 viral social media challenges during lockdown. So I didn't really like look. I don't remember seeing a bunch of viral challenges.
Well, the
but,
year before was the ice water challenge, right?
the
Ice
ice
Bucket
bucket
Challenge,
challenge was
2
like
years ago?
that's been several years at
Yeah,
this
but
point.
and that was to like raise money
Yeah.
for like
ACS, ACL.
AC. It's not ACL.
No, it's not.
Lou Gehrig's.
Lou Gehrig
I think.
disease,
Yeah, I think it was like Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
Like to get money for awareness and
Right.
yeah.
So the pillow challenge. Did y'all hear about that or see it?
Pillow challenge.
Yeah, pillow challenge.
No.
So the challenge is simple. It requires you to convert your pillow into quarantine couture. Actress Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, and Tracy Ellis Ross were among the many who nailed it.
I love Tracy Ellis Ross.
What do you
Holy
mean?
Fuck.
There's some videos. I guess they take their pillows and put them on as clothing and make them look fancy on their body.
Oh.
Okay, so it says inspired by Drake's Nonstop, the viral social media challenge. Had people switching clothes, poses, and sometimes even attitudes when the lights would
I
switch
like
off
that
and
one.
on. Okay.
That was a good one. That was more of a. I guess that was a challenge. So challenges are also like TikTok, like popular TikTok things.
yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You remember that one where they would turn off the lights and then they would
But
switch
okay,
clothes?
what
I'm sorry. The pillow
Gotta
challenge was
do-
that was the flip the switch
I'm gonna
challenge.
flip
Was
the
the
switch.
was the second
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
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 Flip.
So that was the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doodle challenge, a potential house party game. The challenge requires you to attach a sheet of paper on a person's back and place another sheet in front of that person. Now, what you draw on the person's back is supposed to be recreated by the person just feeling your hand.
I've seen
Movement.
that one too. Do you get it?
No.
So you've got 3 people in front of each other. Each one has a piece of paper on the previous person's back. So really 2 pieces of paper.
Oh, so you're
right?
supposed to kind of
You draw like one thing at a time. Like here's a
Yeah, yeah,
square.
yeah.
The person in front of you draws a square on theirs.
Yeah.
You draw like a triangle on the side. Like you make a car out of shapes.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing and you see how it turns out.
Yeah, it's kind of like I remember playing that game like as a kid. Like, what am I spelling on your back?
Yeah.
kind of
or
thing.
like who's in my mouth.
Yeah,
Something like
I
that.
don't never play that as
But
a kid. I'm
it's
sorry.
like telephone but with drawing.
Yeah. BIN, as in BIN, Isolation Outing Challenge. So the challenge began in Australia, where people dressed up as their favorite superheroes, Disney characters, or dinosaurs to take their trash to the curb. For
like
kicks.
the dinosaur. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Everybody dressed like T-Rex.
Yeah.
Number 5, Patient Challenge. Patience Challenge. The challenge is equal parts adorable and mean. It involves parents placing a bowl of candies or treats in front of their babies and telling them not to touch it until they're back, thus testing the kid patience or resilience. While most babies pass the test, like Kylie's Stormy here.
Kylie Jenner's baby.
Some just dug in anyways.
She's like, fuck you, Mom. I want this candy.
I've seen that challenge with dogs, where you tell the dog not to, like you put like a steak
That's
down
cute, though. That's
and tell them not to
adorable.
eat it.
Yeah.
And they just sit there, and like some of them, it was pretty cool. Like they had some like really well trained German shepherds that sat there and just like didn't do anything.
Wow.
Dogs are cute, period.
Until Tomorrow challenge. This one's for the Daredevils. It involves having to post your most embarrassing picture on your feed and leaving it there for at least 24 hours. Now the trick is that if an oblivious browser double taps on the picture, she gets a DM from the person who posted it to participate in the challenge.
Whoever likes it?
Yeah. So your most embarrassing picture, you have to post it up for 24 hours. If someone double taps on it, then they have to.
What if it's a picture of your dick?
If that's your most embarrassing.
Of course you're gonna go there.
Look at that dick. It looks so fucking weird.
Number 7, between art.
Are you like little Dicky? You got a problem? You want to tell us about it?
No. That's a real condition. How dare you? Not with me,
Okay.
though.
Well,
I don't have 2 holes to pee out of.
do you know that for sure?
Yeah, I do.
Like a piccolo?
Could you play music out of it?
I don't know.
Ladies?
Between art and quarantine challenge. So that is this one's for the art museum lovers. All you needed to do is creatively replicate your favorite artwork on yourself. So like a Queen Anne drawing or whatever, you just dress like it.
Fucking Jared.
I know.
Your first move is their last move challenge. This challenge is a great excuse to get the whole family involved in fun activities.
Ew,
Participants
weird.
convert their living rooms and kitchens into makeshift nightclubs and stand in line to dance. The first person begins with a move that replicates by the second person, who then adds an extra move for the third person. The chain continues.
Okay.
We should recreate that.
Yeah,
one.
we could do that. Totally.
Trick shot challenge. I'm gonna be at the beginning though, because I don't want to do any complex.
No,
moves.
you can do the end.
No.
Yeah, you can.
Trick shot challenge. It's basically like you put pots and pans and stuff like that. You bounce them off of each other and try to make it
like
in the.
ping-pongs and stuff like that.
So I've seen on TikTok people doing live like feeds of this dude, like he's sitting up on the top of the stairs and he has to bounce a ball off of something trying to make it into the cup, and people like he gets thousands and thousands and thousands of views.
People are idiots.
Dude, it's like the guy who puts the rubber bands on the watermelons.
Yeah.
Same deal.
I do that. I watch videos like that too, but it's normally women and they're like doing stuff
Trying to crush the watermelons with their thighs.
Yeah.
The gesture challenge.
Thighs or vaginas. I don't know. Either way.
One of the earliest challenges that flooded your feed this year. This was available as a filter on Instagram. One has to imitate the emoji gesture to a fast-paced background track using one's own fingers. While some might argue otherwise, it's not nearly as complicated as it seems. Having said that, there's no point questioning the logic behind these social media challenges. We suppose desperate times indeed call for desperate measures. I didn't see like maybe but 3 or 4 of these. I didn't see all these on and I was on TikTok and all that quite a bit,
know.
you know. So I don't know.
My man Tim's a TikTok fiend.
He's a fiend.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen.
Always fiending, itching for it. You can't have my TikTok.
So did you participated in a viral challenge? I guess at one
What?
point.
What?
Like a
Not
like a
recently, but
bang or something.
and we talked about it. The Harlem
Harlem
Shake.
Shake!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that'd be a viral challenge.
So what's the difference between a challenge? Because I think of challenge as like an icebox challenge, something that's like raising money for something else, and I think about something that's just like a viral thing.
I mean I don't know.
Tim, what's the difference?
I think that a challenge like the Harlem Shake would be a challenge. I think like videos that just go viral or people just like ranting or doing some like insane like stunt on a bicycle or something like that could be a viral video. A kid kicking their dad in the nuts and he falls over and says something funny. America's Funniest Home Videos, like that's straight up viral videos.
Okay.
I think the challenge is actually having to do something and recreate, and that's why I say like the Harlem Shake, you had to recreate the original.
Because I feel like there was a lot of those, like you mentioned, through COVID. Like there was another Drake one. No, excuse me. It was The Weeknd. I think it was Blinding Lights.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
it was
like that.
Blinding Lights,
And
yeah.
there's like 3 people dancing, and a lot of times it'd be like a family that were stuck at home together, and they were. Doing
I remember
the
them
same
doing
dance.
the people recreating the Hotline Bling, like dancing.
Yeah, that was another good one.
So back in the day, 2010, 2011, what was happening? What viral challenge happened then around that time?
2010, 2011.
Yeah.
That was a Harlem
That was
Shake.
Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake was one of them, but planking.
Oh shit,
Oh fuck!
dude.
I forgot about
Dude,
that.
how stupid.
I used
Like,
to do that over at
like, really?
What's that bar?
What bar?
The one in Fort Worth.
Okay, that's
one
really
Fort Worth
narrowing
bar.
it down.
2013 was the Harlem Shake.
Okay.
Wow.
2012 was Gangnam Style.
Oh, okay.
People just dancing like Psy or whatever.
Yeah, like
PSI?
the
Or
horse
PSI,
riding
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
PSY. Sorry.
Gallon smashing challenge in 2013. Do you remember that?
No.
I don't remember that either, but people would like walk into a store.
Oh no,
and
it's
then
just
like
fucking dumb kids.
have like
with-
a bottle, like a gallon of milk, and like fall and like smash a gallon of milk everywhere.
That's just a waste.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah.
There was hang on, my computer. Ice Bucket Challenge was 2014.
Okay.
It was for ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah, Christy
or,
mentioned that a moment ago.
Yeah.
She got it.
2015, the Charlie Challenge. The Spooky Challenge was a version of the game in which Mexican demon Charlie. Do you know anything about that? Is invoked with the help of 2 pencils placed in the shape of a cross on a paper with yes or no written on it. Social media users circulated videos in which the pencils moved towards yes when they asked the question.
Please hold. Let me check with my resident Latino.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking.
Yeah, I've never.
This isn't a thing.
I've heard of the Charlie, but I didn't know
Probably
it was
for
like
the
a
light skinned
Mexican
Mexicans,
thing. Yeah.
but
2016.
Yourself?
I'm not light skinned.
Oh, okay.
Did you
Hey.
did you participate in the mannequin challenge?
Oh, that's the one that Michelle Obama did with the Heat whenever they won the title.
Everything
It was the Black Beetle challenge.
Yeah, everybody just kind of like
It was Black
freezes
Beetle.
and like there's a camera that walks through.
Yeah.
It's like time is frozen.
Oh, yeah. it
He
goes-
played Black Beetle in the background.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good one.
I liked that one.
Diet Coke and Mentos challenge.
Oh, I definitely
Yeah.
did that one.
didn't.
But you didn't do this. The trend where people were challenged to fill their mouth with Mentos and then drink Diet Coke.
Oh, no, it did not.
Which I think we should bring that back. That could be fun. Did you do the Kiki challenge?
Kiki,
Oh, the car.
Where you came out of a moving
Ghost
car?
Ride.
Yeah, 2018 Kiki challenge.
do you love me? Are you mad at him?
Did you do it? Did you participate
didn't
in that?
fucking do it.
We didn't do it.
Okay.
Fuck
Tim,
no, I'm not-
why are you asking us? You would have known.
Well, I
Like,
didn't know if he tried.
You'd have been
that,
like,
yeah.
what an idiot. How dare you?
2019 the bottle cap challenge.
This is that one.
So this is the final one from like the past,
Okay.
the final viral challenge of the decade saw people kicking caps off bottles. The task involved
Oh,
unscrewing
yeah,
it
yeah,
loosely,
okay,
and, and doing a roundhouse
I
kick.
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I saw videos, but I didn't know that was like a viral challenge. But the planking, I also remember the put him in the coffin,
Put him in the coffin.
and you just
Did I scare you? I did that.
Do you remember that?
I did
No.
that in Colorado.
I
got a
did,
video of it.
I did that
Really?
I did that at your wedding. Someone said put him in the coffin, and I did that into the ocean, and I lost my Oakleys.
You deserve that.
I was so upset about that.
So the moral of the story is please do not do these challenges.
Yeah. I mean, some of them I think would be fun to try to bring back. I think it'd be fun to try to film us doing the Mentos in your mouth and Diet Coke.
I think we should. I mean, we've got a TikTok now. Why don't we try to do every one of these?
Cool.
I don't want to do every single one.
Why don't we do every single one of these? Oh, you didn't even mention. Remember the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. Fuck that.
a
that hurt.
a tablespoon of cinnamon.
That-
Tablespoon of cinnamon, and you try to
Swallow it.
Did you
Yeah, you try to swallow it,
Is
yeah.
that the deal?
Yeah.
I thought you just try to talk or something.
No,
No, you just try to swallow it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That my lungs hurt so bad doing that shit. I was an idiot. Still am.
Were.
I mean, I don't know why. Like, is it out of boredom? Do you think these like derive from just boredom?
I think a lot of them. I mean, like the first list you had all happened within the last year, right? And a lot of these happened within the last decade. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think boredom has a lot to do with it. And then also, people are running out of things to do, and so when they see that someone else does something that is getting a lot of likes or think it's funny, like how genuine was that guy riding the skateboard, drinking his cranberry juice to
Right.
What was the song?
Freebird? No.
No.
It was
How many times we hear that this
fucking
weekend?
hate Freebird. Play Freebird.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
Yeah,
Mac. That's
yeah.
right.
It started with an F. I knew that.
Yeah. So how many times did that happen with other people kind of just recreating the video.
But
right?
he didn't
that
mean
wasn't
for
a
it.
challenge.
He
I
didn't
know.
mean for it to.
But what I'm trying to say is like, when does that become like, okay, it's viral compared to just doing it as a challenge?
we kind of did a viral challenge. Or I didn't participate in, but y'all two did with the one chip, the Pocky
yeah.
one chip. Yeah.
I just talked about doing that again with.
Stark said, "What about the Tide Pod challenge?"
Yeah. So
Oh, fuck that!
Don't think that was a challenge. Think
there's
we're
a
just bunch of
full
idiots.
there's a full list of like the most absurd internet challenges ever. So you remember Kylie Jenner's lip challenge? So Kylie had those plump lips or whatever. So they'd take a cup and you would suction it to your face, right?
Oh, yeah.
Until your lips puffed up.
Yeah.
And it was it was causing people's like mouths to like split open and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Tide Pod challenge is on there because people were challenging each other to put a Tide Pod in your mouth, which is
So
stupid.
dumb.
Rotating corn challenge where you stuck a corn cob on a.
Oh shit! People lost.
Oh
their teeth.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Jason Derulo.
He didn't really lose his teeth.
What were they then?
I think that was fake.
You think so?
Someone really did. I think there was a girl
Asian
that
lady
lost her.
that
Yeah,
lost her
she lost
teeth,
her
yeah.
teeth, and then someone else got
Pulled
their
her hair
stuck
Yeah.
into
I
it.
think it was the same girl.
Was it?
I don't
But
know.
Jason Derulo, that was.
But like a lot of these, like people got like there's a lot of these
Jason
challenges like people got
Derulo.
seriously hurt. So even with the planking, as innocent as it sounds, like people were doing like planking.
There was an episode
on,
of The Office where they were planking.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't plank on a rocket ship.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not safe.
There was also an episode where they were doing parkour.
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 So Ghost Pepper Challenge. That's what brought me to the Pocky thing as well, because there was a ghost pepper where you took a ghost pepper and you just put it in your mouth and to see if you could eat it.
The Waffle House challenge, Herb said. That's recent though.
What was
That's
the
for, like,
Waffle House challenge where you go back there and cook?
You know,
You go.
You see how many waffles you could make before they kick you out.
I think it's for the people that lost.
Now,
like
that's a challenge we should start.
where you lose fantasy, like the Sacco for fantasy football. Like
Yeah.
you gotta either be in a Waffle House for 15 hours, or you can eat like 15 waffles, or one waffle like takes off an hour.
Yeah, one waffle takes
Yeah.
off an hour, and it has to be. I thought it was like a day. I thought it was like 24 hours, but
think it's
every
15.
waffle removes an hour.
Herb, can you confirm
Do you-
like the rules on that?
Do you remember the condom challenge?
Is it where you wear a condom when you're?
No, where you stuck it in your nose and you pulled it out of your mouth.
No.
Yeah,
no.
that was a thing
no,
for a little bit. I remember seeing videos.
Stop.
The fire challenge where people are like setting themselves on fire with like rubbing alcohol, thinking it wasn't going to burn them.
That's stupid as fuck.
I think this is probably about the time we need to tell people, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Like what we're
don't
saying
do any of this
are
dumb
things that
shit.
people have done, but we wouldn't condone.
I mean, maybe do the Waffle House challenge or like the Tide Pod challenge.
No, not Tide Pod.
No, do the Tide Pod.
Tide Pod
We need
kills
less
people.
humans here.
Jesus Christ.
And that was from our sponsor. We need less humans.
Genocide.
Funny enough, is also tied.
Yeah, we used to at work. We'd play Floor is Lava every once in a while. So we'd be walking out to the ambulance, and someone would yell out, "The floor is lava," and you had to jump on the back of the truck.
Well, we got a confirmation that is 24 hours, and for every waffle you eat reduces an hour. So,
You know,
all right, 24 hours.
I think that what we should do.
So
the
20,
three of us,
24 waffles and you're done.
Yeah.
I can eat like a good 10.
I mean, they're large, but they're thin.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man, I don't know.
I can eat like 5 in an hour.
Yeah. But then you're full, and how long before you can eat another 5?
An hour.
Bro, nah. Not after Manel's this weekend.
No.
I don't believe in you anymore.
Herb said the Mega Bong challenge.
I am well versed.
Let's make a
in the
Mega
Mega
Bong. Let's
challenge.
make a Mega Bong.
You know what we need to do is we need to find a way somehow that the three of us on every episode, every single episode, we have a challenge. More so like a challenge of like we always have a loser, right? One of us always loses whatever this challenge may be. And that person has to do whatever viral TikTok
Who's
video
in my
is
mouth?
out there.
Who's in my mouth?
No.
No, whatever viral TikTok video
So-
is out there at the
Okay,
time,
yeah, sounds
they have to
good.
do that. So we have a new TikTok video every week, and the loser has to do it. So generally they're dancing, so I hope you lose the most. 'cause
Yeah,
that would
you're
be
a shitty dancer.
hilarious.
I'm a shitty dancer. I'm telling you, I can dance from the waist up
shit
or from the waist down. But
Dancing for
I can't dance with
We
both
got to
halves.
talk about this offline
Yeah.
now. I think that we could find some way, like who drank the most, who drank the least, who cussed the most, who
I mean, if we did a
was
game,
the least funniest.
Tim.
if we just did a game of like whatever game show we want to play on here.
We don't
No,
want
I
to do
mean,
a game
yeah,
show
there's also-
every episode.
No.
Like something that we, is behind the scenes. We're already doing the episode. We have something that says, "Hey, this is the loser is that," and then we figure out who that is. And they
I
have
think
to
we should put
recreate.
I think we should put a jar, and we have to put money in every time you say something overtly sexual.
You know, I can stop.
You know you can't.
I have self-control, God damn it.
You know you can't.
Yes, I do. Stop.
All right.
I don't sound like Rex.
Hey, Stark plays The Floor is Lava.
Nice.
Dude, that's a fun game to play,
It's a
even as
fantastic
adult.
game. You know, Mike the Bike mentioned, and I wish that we would have done this. They were actually casting for the show The Floor is Lava, and how cool would it have been
We should have done that.
if the Funky Panther was on The Floor is Lava.
We're
Like,
just
that
a couple
would've been-
fucking assholes from Texas doing a goddamn podcast. We're here for this. And then I pushed him over on purpose. And we laugh at him. Ha ha. You stupid.
As you push me over, I grab you and pull you down with me.
And then I just go around you both.
Chad wins the whole thing.
All right. So we're really far into this episode. So let's go start wrapping it up with, I think it's time for Javier's deal.
Well, I wasn't ready for that.
Well, you should have been. You knew it was coming.
I want better music.
This sounds like a
Well,
crime
hang on.
podcast.
We'll stop.
Bro.
We've listened to. Speaking of which, everybody, this weekend has been nothing but true crime podcasts.
We listened to 3 full seasons of different true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm hooked. I never thought I would like them. I've never even tried to like them.
I need you to listen to the one I sent because
I'll
that
check it
one
out.
you're gonna get so pissed.
All right, let's
And it actually has a good ending.
let's get back into yours though.
Okay.
Okay.
No, this is the news.
Nope, it goes into it. And now for Javier's, what's buttering his biscuits?
Hey everybody, it's me, Javier. You know me. I'm with the Funky Panther. I'm a young Latino man, age 35. What's buttering my biscuits today? September 7th, 2021. Is this 7th
This
today?
is really too long.
What's buttering my biscuits today? Uber drivers.
Okay,
Uber drivers.
Go on with
it. And specifically male Uber drivers, riding, having female riders and how big of perverts they are.
Did something happen?
Something happened. I have an office manager, it's a young lady. I'm not, going to go into details, but she's very cool. I've known her since she was a young lass, and I didn't notice this until she started working there. And it's not just Uber drivers; it's just creepy old motherfuckers in general.
So creepy old men.
Creepy old men. So for my job, I have to send her out or for her job, she has to go, she's my office manager. She takes care of everything, but I had to send her out to pick up cars every now and then. And the Uber drivers, they're like creepy old sons of bitches. So I always have to tell her, look, if anything goes wrong, let me know. There are plenty of times when they're like, hey, beautiful, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. One today, for example, went over and ran around, opened the door for her. Some would say it's being a gentleman, but when she was leaving, he's like, no, don't get out. Let me open the door for you, sweetheart. Bro, why the fuck are you being a creep like that?
So creeps.
Fucking creeps in general.
Ultimately creeps.
Oh, fucking creeps. Even the guys that deliver the parts to us, and I've had to say, bro, that's my sister. Chill the fuck out. Because they're just fucking oh, you're beautiful. You shouldn't be working here in this office. What are you doing? You need to be the model. And I'm like, hey, man, that's my sister. Chill out. For once, me, you
Good
know how
for you.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm, and for a majority of a lot of the times, it's kind of just like a shtick. I'm,
Yeah.
But when it comes down to brass tacks, I really don't like it. So many times she's had to tell me look, this guy was trying to hit on me, he was being really unprofessional, and I'll fucking go into the goddamn settings and I'll give him a 1 star and I'll say the worst shit, and I won't tell him shit. Fucking creepy motherfuckers need to chill out, especially the older guys. That's what's buttering my biscuits.
Can I tell you what's buttering my biscuits?
Yes, absolutely.
That new abortion law.
Fuck yes, man. Texas, right now, we're the fucking laughing stock of the whole
country.
fucking country.
Of the country.
These motherfuckers say, what? You go ahead. I'm going to go on a...
But instead of going on the rant, but I will say the one good thing that's happened so far is that there's a bunch of people that's banded together, and what have they done? that whistleblower website.
Oh yeah, Christy like posted something.
They
on
started just hammering it, and GoDaddy shut them down.
that. Good.
Yep.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
So it's none of my business. Women's rights, what they do with their body. I'm not a female. I don't.
We're all no.
Yeah.
We.
I don't identify as a lady or a female. So I've got no coin in that game.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
I
Fuck
agree.
like all the men here in Texas that are saying, well, they're breathing soul, their souls are alive, and no, motherfucker, like it's easy for you, and you don't know how many of those fucking politicians that have got caught like paying for abortions for their like secretaries. I don't know if you've ever looked into like politicians that have gotten caught doing that, but there's a lot. There's a lot.
I'm sure.
Like we have no right as humans.
No.
Like we're all individual beings. Like if you don't like that, then don't get one. Like if have empathy.
And let me tell you what I found is that pro-choice doesn't mean that you're pro-abortion. It just means you're pro the choice of the person that wants to do something.
Yeah. It's
So-
none of our. I mean, it's not our right.
You can be anti-abortion, but it still gives the choice to the person that wants to do it.
Christy says she's going to start making abort Greg Abbott.
Good.
shirts.
Fuck that guy.
Yes, let's do that. I would
Like,
love to. I would
he
love
is
to
a
wear one. I
fucking,
think that'd
like
be fun.
I read somewhere that he's only doing this for like poll numbers.
Oh yeah,
For whenever he like runs for president. Like,
yeah.
He is like the
Greg
end all.
Abbott. Greg Abbott will be the next president.
No, he will not. He will not.
We'll see.
He's just a horrible human. I sent a meme today, or a GIF of from Jurassic Park, and that old guy is like saying, "I really hate that man," like on all this like the news sites because he's like the worst. He's the worst.
I like the comparison with Handmaid's Tale. A lot of
Oh,
the
yeah, the
memes
Dallas
with Handmaid's.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that nothing is more true than that. Like I think it's very scary to see how similar some of that stuff is when you think about it. It's like it's I don't know. It's pretty. It's a little scary.
The
I mean,
stars at night aren't big and bright right now.
Yeah.
We're not doing good.
Yeah.
What's
Do you have anything that's butter in your biscuits?
butter in your biscuits?
I mean, I would say the law. I think that is not okay, and I don't like to talk about it too much because that's not what
us.
I'm here to do on the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast. But I do think that it's not my decision. It's not my choice. I think it's kind of ridiculous, and I don't know. I think that more people should be heard, and less old men in politics should be making these decisions. But it
And
is
also,
what it is.
like, don't let like religion get into this because, I mean, that's a whole nother
Well,
can of worms.
We don't need to break into that, but
No.
you are correct. And just to finish this off, that was
I really
Javier.
thought he was gonna like say something like,
I know.
and what butters Javier's biscuits.
"That's buttering my biscuits right now." You fucking.
You thought I was gonna say something profound?
Yeah.
Just finish it off.
I really did like what Christy said. She's like, I play roll out for him, but roll him out.
out.
Fuck.
All right, so we did have we asked on social media if anyone had any questions. Did have one question.
Okay.
From Senior Yardbird. Favorite thing to do in Nashville after everything was said and done this past weekend. What was your top one thing?
Oh man, my top one thing. I think it was doing the tour of food.
Okay.
I really enjoyed just getting out there and like experiencing because we had Hattie B's on our way back.
Oh yeah, we did.
Which I've never had Hattie B's. We had the Memphis
Pick
barbecue.
One thing. Just make it easy. You're talking too much.
I'm
One
just saying
thing.
that was my favorite thing. Is the tour
No,
of food.
one place.
One place.
One place.
Okay, one place. Monell's.
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 Yeah. Monell's was my fucking favorite.
I think Monell's is my favorite.
God damn, it's such good food.
It was
You
fantastic.
cannot beat it. It's like old timey Lubies.
Mixed with Babes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that home style. They bring it out.
But
and-
this is nothing like Babes. This is like better than Babes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's better, way better than
Oh,
Lubies.
100%.
Babes is way better.
Hey,
than
hold on.
Lubies.
Don't slander Lubies.
All right. Anyone want to say anything before we wrap it up?
No,
I think y'all both said enough.
I think we covered it.
Yeah. It's been a long enough episode.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching on Twitch and YouTube. If you don't already do so, please leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave us a comment. We'd really appreciate it. Also, please vote for us on the Fort Worth Weekly for Best Radio Personality, Best of Fort Worth. Link is in all of our descriptions and our social media bio, so go ahead and look up that. We appreciate you. You can also follow us on social media on, I talked about it earlier, but Twitter, We've got Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok, all things at the Funky Panther. So check us out. We really appreciate you. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim. And 1, 2, 3, the floor is lava.
Fuck!
All right. And we
The
are.
Funky Panther!
Ow, my feet!
You ruined it!
Fuck you, Abbott.